This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself.
Today we have a MIELE dishwasher that is continually draining, and it won't fill, it won't go to any new cycles. Every time you turn it on, it just goes to drain, drain, drain. And anytime it has the door closed with the power on, it's constantly draining. I just try to start a cycle by pressing the start button, but I don't hear any water going in. When I touch the fill valve underneath the sink, I don't feel any vibration. So I don't think the controller is ever sending any power there. I think what happened probably is the sink overfilled and flooded it. I see the intake drain light now is flashing. So this is a sign that the anti-flood system is kicked in due to a bunch of water being down in the drip pan below the dishwasher. So we're going to unplug it. We're going to take off the kick panel here by taking out 2 Phillips head screws. Then we're going to take off this panel that's underneath the door, and there's just 2 Phillips head screws holding it on. One here upper left and then over in the upper right. And then once you get the screws out, you can wiggle and lift up the panel, make it come up by about ½ an inch. And once it's about ½ an inch up, you can remove the panel, and that's going to let you get in where you can get all the water out. So I'm just kind of wiggling that panel around. Again, make sure you have it unplugged or the breaker turned off. Got that out of there. And now when I look in there, I can see there's a lot of water in there in the drip tray, and that activates a little float that goes up and turns on the anti-flood system. So I got to get that water out. I'm using a sponge. Just going to soak it up and then wring it out. Do that over and over until you get all the water out. If you let it sit long enough, it'll just evaporate, and then you don't even have to do all this, but that could take a few weeks. So if you want to speed it up, you can do this. I'm even using a little turkey baster to get the water out faster. But I had to do the sponge thing probably 15 times, and I got out pretty much enough water to fill this silver bowl. And then when I started it back up, it did great. It let the water in. It let it all the way up to as high as the filter handle, which is exactly right, and it fixed the problem. So I just had to get all that water out first, and we have to figure out what's causing that to happen. To drain out this water, I'm going to hold the start button until it blinks. I'll press it one more time, and that'll drain out all the water and reset the computer. It'll clear any error codes. And I can tell by the way this drain tube comes into the garbage disposer. That's why it flooded. The sink got full of water, it filled up the disposal unit, and then it flowed backwards through the white pipe into the dishwasher and flooded it. So I'm going to put these panels back on, and then I'm going to fix that hose problem. So I'm going to lift up on this panel a little bit to get it above the rim, and I'll push it down into the rim, kind of wiggle and push down. And then I'll go ahead and just add those 2 screws back in. Those are Phillips head screws. A little hard to start them off because it's hard to line up the holes. So just take your time, look carefully. I usually open the door to about 90 degrees so I can see better. And luckily I have long arms, so it makes it easy to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and start those screws in by hand, and then I'll zip them in with a Phillips head screwdriver. Having a drain tube that goes directly into the garbage disposal instead of through an air gap is a really good way to avoid clogs, but you have to bend the drain tube in a high arch so that it's actually higher up than the garbage disposer. Otherwise it'll flood like what happened with this one. So I'll go ahead and put this lower panel back on, and I'll put in the Phillips head screws to hold it in. Usually what I do with the drain tube is I'll just bend it up in a big high arch, and then I'll use a zip tie to hold the hose against some other hose or against some piece there to hold it in position. And that high arch is maintained, and there's no way that water, once it floods the garbage disposal, can flow backwards. Right now, though, the way it's set up is it can easily just flow right into the dishwasher. So I'll loosen up the little hose clamp, and then I'll lift up on the hose, get it to go way up a little bit higher than the sink, than the bottom of the sink. And then I'll use maybe a couple of zip ties to hold it in position. So I'm bending it way up in there, and now I'm reaching in. I'm going to link that hose against one of the fill hoses to keep it up there. And this dishwasher is going to do great. Basically no parts except for a zip tie. And all the problem was is that the anti-flood system had been activated, and that was due to water just flowing back in from the sink through the garbage disposal. Just clipping off the extra zip tie. Close it up. I did notice when I was working on it, though, that the dishwasher was pretty dirty. A lot of the spray arms looked like the little holes that the water came out were all full of junk. So I'm going to clean that out, too, because that makes the dishwasher work so much better. So I'm just pulling a little junk out of the upper spray arm. I'm going to lift the lower spray arm directly out of the dishwasher, or just pull straight up. And I'm going to spin off the little plastic piece underneath it by turning lefty-loosey, and then I'll be able to push the debris back in through the holes. I can use water to help me get it out. So just unscrew that little piece. And then pretty much all of these ports or holes are plugged with junk. So no matter how well the dishwasher is working, it never really cleans the dishes because it can't squirt the water. So spin that off. I pull up the stuff I can reach. I'll just pinch it or use some pliers to pull it up. And the stuff I can't get, I'll push it down in. And once it's in the chamber there, I'll fill the chamber with water, and then I'll turn it over and let the water carry the debris out. If you really rinse your dishes all the time, this shouldn't happen. And sometimes this happens because the filter, the triple filter we see off to the right here, wasn't locked into position, so crud gets in and the circulation motor pushes the crud into these spray arms. I sped this up a little bit. So the best thing is just to rinse the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher. Next best thing is make sure that the filter is locked all the way down and stuff can't get into the sump area underneath the filter. I'm cleaning this little hole underneath too. This is going to clean so much better now. Just kind of knocking any stuff that still might be in there. I'll screw that back in righty-tighty. Put the filter back in. Make sure it's locked. Put the spray arm in, and then we'll go and start it up, and it did great. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for watching our video. We really appreciate you coming to our channel. Please subscribe when you get a chance by pressing the subscribe button and also the bell button so we can send you notifications of any new videos that come along. And we have a new thing here called the applaud button. If you really liked the video, if it was helpful to you, if you can click that, we really appreciate that. It shows your interest in our channel and your support, and can't thank you enough. Feel free to contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com, with any of your questions. And also, if you need to have a FaceTime meeting with me or a Zoom meeting, you can click on one of the links below in the description, and we can set up a 15-minute or 30-minute video conference where we can work on your appliance problem. So thanks again for all your support and for watching the video.